Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to our little corner of the world. My name is Anna, and I am so happy you are here today. Welcome to VUS, Learning English Podcast. This is a warm and friendly place for you to learn. Today, we are going to talk about something very special. We will talk about how to speak like a leader, how to make your words feel important, how to make people listen to you, and how to make them feel your heart when you speak. This is for anyone who wants to speak with more confidence. For anyone who wants to connect with people, this is for you. Thank you so much for choosing to be here today. Your time is a gift, and I am very grateful you are sharing it with me. If you enjoy our time together, please think about subscribing. When you subscribe, you help our little community grow. It helps us reach more beautiful learners, just like you. And I have a little question for you today. Where are you listening from? Wherever you are, I am sending you my best wishes. Let's begin. Do you ever feel like you are speaking, but no one is listening? Like your words just disappear into the air? Let's imagine something. Picture yourself in a room with other people. It is a very important meeting. You have an idea. It is a wonderful idea. You feel it in your heart. You feel excited. You think, this idea can make everything better. This idea can help our project so much. So you lean forward. You start to speak. You share your amazing idea. You speak with passion and energy. And then you look at the other people. They are looking at you, but their faces are empty. They show nothing. They give you a little nod, a polite, small nod. And then the conversation moves on. They start talking about something else. It is like you never spoke at all. Your wonderful idea was in the air for just a moment. It was like a tiny soap bubble. And then, poof, it disappeared. It is gone. How does that feel? It feels sad, right? It can make you feel small. It can make you feel invisible. Or maybe you have felt this with your family or with a close friend. You are trying to help someone you love. You want to give them some good advice. You want to help them so they don't make a mistake. You choose your words very carefully. You wrap them in love and care. You speak from your heart. But your words, they just bounce off. It feels like they go in one ear and out the other. They don't stay. They leave no mark. You can see it in their eyes. They heard the sound of your voice, but they did not feel the message. They did not receive your gift of care. Or maybe you are a leader of a team. You are trying to make your team feel strong. You want to inspire them. You want them to work hard through a difficult time. You stand in front of them. You talk about your big dream for the team. You talk about why your work is important. But the feeling in the room does not change. There is no new energy, no new spark in their eyes. They listen, and then they go back to their desks. And everything is the same as before. Nothing changes. This is one of the hardest feelings in life. The feeling that you are not heard. The feeling that you have a voice but no one listens. The feeling that you are speaking but you are not connecting. The problem is usually not your words. It is not about having the perfect information. It is not about having the best idea. The problem is that your words feel light. They have no weight. They feel empty. They are just sounds in the air. They are not connected to something real inside of you. And because they have no weight, they do not land. They do not stay in the minds of other people. And because your words do not land, they do not inspire people to do things. They do not create change. They do not build trust. Actually, they can do the opposite. When someone's words are always empty, we learn to stop listening to them. We learn that their words are just noise. In this episode, we will learn why this happens. We will learn why your message is not landing. But more importantly, I will show you one very big change you need to make. A change that will help you so much. When you make this change, people will not just hear you, they will feel your words. And when people feel your words, they will want to follow you. They will trust your voice. What if I told you something amazing? The difference between words that disappear and words that people remember for years and years is not about using big words. It is not about speaking loudly. It is not even about being charming or funny. What if I told you there is one simple, deep change? A change that can transform you, a change that will make you a person who is not just heard, but a person who is deeply felt, a person who is trusted, a person who people want to follow. This is not about learning little tricks to persuade people. Those are small things on the surface. We are talking about a big change deep inside you, a new way to think about speaking. Here's the big idea. Are you ready? You must change your focus from speaking to be heard to speaking to be felt. Let me say that again, my friend. It is very important. Move from speaking just to be heard to speaking to be felt. This is the heart of our lesson today. It is the move from being a speaker. A speaker only thinks about saying the word, to being a conduit. A conduit is like a channel. It carries something important from one place to another. You are a channel for a feeling. Your job is to carry a feeling from your heart to another person's heart. Think about what speaking to be heard really is. It is all about me. It is about my idea. It is about my point. It is about my time to talk. The goal is just to get my thoughts out of my head. I want to sound smart. I want people to see me. I want to win the argument. The focus is on me, me, me. But when I am the hero of my own story, the other people are just watching. They are like people watching a movie. And people who are just watching do not act. They just sit. Now think about speaking to be felt. This is all about the other person. It is about them. The goal is not just for them to hear your words. The goal is for them to experience the meaning behind your words, to feel the meaning. Ask yourself this question. What do I want the person listening to feel? Do I want them to feel a sense of urgency, a need to act now? Do I want them to feel safe? Do I want them to feel inspired? Do I want them to feel confident that we can win? Do I want them to feel the sadness of a mistake we need to avoid? Experts on communication know this is true. A big part of our message is not the words, it is our body. It is our tone of voice. It is the emotion we show. People might listen to your logic and your ideas, but they act based on emotion. They act based on what they feel, and they remember what they feel. When you speak to be felt, you are doing something amazing. You are doing an act of emotional transfers. That sounds like a big idea, but it is simple. It means you are taking a feeling that is inside you, a belief, a strong feeling, an emotion, and you are carefully, with love, planting it in the heart and mind of another person. Imagine your words are like little boxes. A person who speaks just to be heard is like someone throwing empty boxes on a moving line. The boxes look okay on the outside, but when people open them, there is nothing inside. The box is empty. It is hollow. After a while, what happens? People stop opening the boxes. They know the boxes will be empty, so they don't even try. But a person who speaks to be felt is like a careful artist, a craftsman. Before they send even one box, they ask, "What beautiful gift do I want to put inside this box?" The box, your words, is just the way to deliver it. The gift is the feeling inside. The gift is a feeling of clarity, like a clear sky. The gift is a feeling of confidence, like a strong mountain. The gift is a feeling of inspiration, like a rising sun. The weight of your words. The importance of your words comes from what you put inside them. This change in your thinking is the secret. It is the secret to having presence, to having authority, to having influence. Because when you stop thinking about how you look and you start thinking about the feeling you want to give, everything changes. Your voice changes. Your body changes. The words you choose change. You move from just talking at people to connecting with people. And in that connection, in that shared feeling, people will start to follow you. People do not follow words. They follow strong belief. They follow clarity. They follow a feeling of trust. They follow voices that make them feel understood. They follow voices that make them feel safe. They follow voices that make them feel inspired. So how do we do this? How do we learn to speak to be felt? It comes down to 3 big ideas, 3 pillars that hold up your strong communication. Pillar 1, the pillar of intention. Pillar 2, the pillar of transmission. Pillar 3, the pillar of resilience. Let's look at each one step by step, slowly and with care. Section 1, the pillar of intention, the why behind the words. The first and most important pillar is intention. Intention means your plan, your purpose, your why. You cannot make someone feel something by accident. It must be on purpose. Your strong words begin before you even open your mouth. It starts with a quiet moment. A moment to prepare your heart and your mind. Most people think speaking starts when they start talking. But great communicators know something different. They know that speaking starts with quiet preparation. This is about moving from what you want to say to being very, very clear on why you are saying it. This pillar has 2 important parts. The first part is define your trinity. The second part is own your message. Maybe it is a big presentation at work. Maybe it is a difficult talk with a friend. Maybe you are writing an important email. Before you start, take a quiet moment, just for you, and answer 3 questions. I call this defining your trinity. A trinity is a group of 3 powerful things. This is a tool that strong leaders use to focus their message. It makes their words clear and powerful. Here are the 3 magic questions. What do I want them to know? What do I want them to feel? What do I want them to do? Let's look at each question slowly. First, what do you want them to know? This is the logical part of your message. This is the information, the facts, the main idea. This is where most people stop. They only think about the information. But being clear here is so important. It is not about giving people all the information. That is too much. It is about choosing the most important information. What is the one single truth? The one most important idea that they must remember when they walk away. This question makes you think carefully. It makes you be simple and clear. It means you should not use difficult words, no jargon, no corporate speak that no one understands. Our job as communicators is to make difficult things simple. For example, do not say, "We experienced headwinds resulting in a delta between our forecast and our actuals." That is so confusing. Instead, say something simple and clear. Say, "We missed our sales goal by 15%. Clarity builds trust. When you are clear, people trust you. Complexity or using difficult words makes people feel suspicious. They think you are hiding something, so be simple, be clear. Now, the second question, what do you want them to feel? This is the heart of our lesson today. This is the emotional gift you are giving. This question changes your words from just information into an experience that can change someone. The feeling you choose to give is the energy that makes people act. Let's imagine you are presenting a new project. It is a big, exciting project. The no part might be the plan and the money needed. But what is the feel part? You probably want them to feel excitement. You want them to feel confidence. You want them to feel like you are all on one team. A team doing something amazing together. Now let's imagine another situation. You have to give bad news. You have to tell your team that there is less money now. The no part is which budgets are smaller. But the feel part is so important here. Do you want them to feel fear? Do you want them to worry all the time? Or do you want them to feel that things are okay? That things are stable? That you have a plan? Do you want them to feel that you are all in this together? Do you want them to feel like the ship is sinking? Or do you want them to feel that the captain is calm and steady, that the captain has a map and knows the way? Your intention. The feeling you choose creates their feeling. It creates their reality. People want to follow leaders who are calm, leaders who are clear, especially when things are difficult. And to do this, you have to feel the feeling yourself first. Before the meeting, take a quiet moment. If you want them to feel confident, what does confidence feel like in your own body? Stand up tall. Breathe slowly. Feel the strength in your feet on the ground. You must broadcast the signal first. You cannot give a feeling that you do not have. Okay, now the third question. What do you want them to do? Speaking without a call to action is just conversation. It's just talk. But leadership is about creating movement. It is about helping people move from one place to a better place. Every important message should have a do part. What should they do next? And the do must be very clear, very specific. I want them to be more motivated. That is a feeling. It is not a do. A specific do is something like this. I want every person on the sales team to make 5 extra phone calls today. That is very clear. Or, I want the board to say yes to the money for Project X. That is also very clear. So remember your trinity, your 3 magic questions. Know, feel, do. This is your map. This is your plan for your words. It turns accidental speaking into powerful influence. Answering your 3 questions is your plan. Owning your message is about your belief, your deep, strong belief. You cannot give a feeling that you do not really have. People are very smart. They can see when you don't believe your own words. It shows in your voice. It shows in how you stand. It shows in your hesitant, unsure words. Owning your message means you have thought about it a lot. You have looked at it from all sides, and you have decided that you truly believe it. You are certain. You are not just saying words that someone gave you. You have to believe in your message first. Only then can you ask other people to believe in it. Leaders who speak from their deepest beliefs are the leaders that people want to be around. They pull people in with their strong, true energy. This means you stop saying things like, I think maybe we should think about doing this. And you start saying things like, I believe this is the right way forward. It is the difference between, this might be a silly idea, but, and here is my recommendation. This is not about being arrogant. It is not about thinking you are better than others. It is about having courage, the courage to stand by your beliefs. When you truly own your message, you are not looking for people to agree with you. You are not seeking their approval. Instead, you are giving them something strong to hold on to. You are a rock for them. Think about it this way. Imagine you are a guide. You are leading a group of people through a thick white fog. You cannot see very far. The people in your group are scared. They need to trust you. They are not looking for a guide who says, I kind of think the path might be over here somewhere. That would make them feel more scared. They are looking for the guide who does this. He plants his feet firmly on the ground. He points with a steady, strong hand, and he says with a calm, confident voice, the way is here. Follow me. That guide has ownership. That guide has belief. So before you speak, my friend, ask yourself this question. Do I really believe this? Am I ready to stand behind these words? If your answer is no, your words will be light like a feather. They will have no weight. The work of influencing others. The work of being a leader starts inside you. It is internal work first. Section 2. The pillar of transmission, the how of the words. If intention is the why behind your words, then transmission is the how of your words. Transmission means how you send your message. It is the bridge. A bridge between your feeling inside and the feeling your listeners have. A beautiful intention is useless if the bridge is broken. Your message will not get across. The pillar of transmission is built on 3 skills. 1, master your vocal instrument. 2, speak in pictures. 3, eliminate weak language. Let's explore them. Your voice is the main thing that carries your feelings. A famous researcher named Albert Mehrabian studied this. He studied how we understand feelings when words and body language don't match. He found that in those situations, your tone of voice can be responsible for up to 38% of the feeling people get. This shows us something very important. Your voice is like a musical instrument. You use it to create feelings. To master your voice, we need to think about 3 things: tone, pace, and volume. First is tone. Your tone is the feeling in your voice. It is the color of your voice. You can say the words, I'm confident in this plan. If you say it with a firm, strong tone that goes down at the end, it feels strong. It feels confident. But say the same words with a high questioning tone that goes up at the end. It sounds like you are not sure. It communicates deep doubt. Your tone of voice must match the feeling you want to send. A flat voice with no up and down. A robotic voice communicates only one feeling: boredom. It says, I am not interested. And if you are not interested, Why should they be interested? Second is pace. Pace is how fast or slow you speak. People who are nervous often speak very quickly. They rush through their words. It is like they feel they do not deserve to take up time. Speaking fast shows you are anxious or worried. The most powerful speakers do the opposite. They are masters of the pause. They are masters of silence. They speak more slowly. This gives their words weight. It makes them feel important. A deliberate pause, a chosen moment of silence. Before you say something important, builds excitement. It makes people lean in. A pause after you say something important lets the idea sink in. It gives people time to think and to feel. Silence is not empty space. It is like a frame around a beautiful picture. The frame makes the picture look more important. Silence makes your words more important. Third is volume. Volume is how loud or quiet your voice is. A powerful voice is not always a loud voice. Shouting is often a sign that you are losing control. True power in your voice is about control. It is a calm, supported, and clear voice. A voice that sounds strong without being angry. Think about the leaders you admire. They probably do not shout very often. Their voice feels grounded, like a big, strong tree. When you need to be firm, the power does not come from getting louder. Sometimes the power comes from getting quieter. You can increase the crispness, the clearness of each word, and lower your volume. A quiet, firm sentence in a difficult moment can be much more powerful than a panicked yell. The human brain is amazing, but it is not made to remember lists of facts. It is made to remember stories. A list of points might be understood, but a story is felt. A story is remembered. To make your message stay with people, you have to paint pictures in their minds. Use stories, use analogies, use words that they can see, hear, and feel. Stories are the best way to carry feelings. They go past our logical minds. They speak directly to our hearts. Instead of saying, we need to improve our customer service, that is an abstract idea. Instead, tell a story about one specific customer. Give her a name. Let's call her Maria. Describe how frustrated Maria was. Tell us what happened. Then describe the moment a team member helped her, the moment someone went above and beyond. Describe the look of relief and happiness on Maria's face. Now, the idea, improve customer service, is not just an idea. It is connected to a real person, a real feeling, and your team will remember Maria. Next, use analogies and metaphors. These are wonderful shortcuts to help people understand. The main idea of this whole podcast, that words have weight, that is a metaphor. It creates a picture in your mind. You can imagine a heavy word and a light word. When you are explaining a big, complex plan, find a simple analogy. You could say, this plan is like building a bridge. First, we have to dig deep into the ground. We have to build strong foundations. No one will see these foundations later, but they are the most important part of the whole bridge. This makes a difficult idea easy to see, easy to understand. Finally, use vivid sensory language. Use words that help people use their 5 senses: see, hear, feel, taste, smell. Don't just say, it was a tense meeting. Say, you could feel the tension in the room. The air felt thick and heavy. The only sound you could hear was the soft ticking of the clock on the wall. Don't just say, the product is good. Say, When you hold this product in your hands, you can feel its solid weight. You can feel the careful quality work. Use words that create a world for your listener. Help them step into your story. The last part of sending your message is to clean up your language. You need to remove the weak, unsure words. These words ruin your authority. They make your message weak. They are like giving someone a weak, floppy handshake. It does not feel confident. Here are the words to watch for. Let's call them the word culprits. Minimizers. These are words like just, only, or a little bit. When you say, I just wanted to say, it makes your next words feel small. Delete the word just. Say, I want to say, or even better, just say the thing you want to say. Hesitation phrases. These are phrases like, I think, I feel, or I guess. I think we should go in this direction. Sounds like an opinion you are not sure about. Compare that to, my analysis shows this is the correct direction. That sounds much stronger. Apologetic openings. These are openings like, this might be a silly question, but, or, sorry to bother you, but. Your questions are not silly. Your ideas are not a bother. Believe that your contribution is valuable. Just ask the question. Just make the statement. Filler words. These are the little sounds we make like, like, and sort of. These words fill the silence. But we learned that silence is powerful. We should use silence, not fill it. The way to stop using filler words is to become comfortable with silence. When you feel an about to come out of your mouth, stop and replace it with a short, quiet pause. Think about the difference. Here's the weak version. So I was just thinking that maybe we could sort of try to change our marketing a little bit. It's just an idea, but how does that feel? It does not inspire any confidence, does it? Now, here is the strong version. I am recommending a change to our marketing approach. The current strategy is not working well. A new approach focused on social video will reach the people we want to reach. I am confident this will increase our engagement by 20% in the next quarter. The first version is weak. It floats away. The second version is clear, direct, and has weight. Section 3. The pillar of resilience, the what if of the words. So you did the work. You defined your intention. Your know, feel, do you mastered your transmission? Your voice, your pictures, your clean language. You deliver your message with clarity and with belief. But then it happens. Someone pushes back. Someone disagrees with you. They say your information is wrong. They challenge your idea. This is the moment of truth. This is where many people fail. Resilience is what happens after your words hit a wall, after they meet friction. A message that was delivered perfectly can be completely destroyed by a weak or angry response. Resilience makes sure your words keep their weight, even under pressure. It keeps your message strong. Resilience is built on two practices. First, holding your ground under pressure. Second, the power of conciseness. When someone disagrees with you, your natural reaction is to do one of two things. You either fight, you get defensive and angry, or you flee. You run away and give up on your idea. Both of these reactions destroy your credibility. They destroy the trust people have in you. If you get defensive and angry, it shows you are not confident. it shows you are insecure. If you give up immediately, it shows your belief was not very strong. It was shallow. Holding your ground is the third option. It is the calm, steady, strong option. It is the ability to stay calm and centered when someone challenges you. It shows that your belief is not easily shaken. This is a sign of a true leader. It is not about being stubborn. It is not about refusing to listen. It is about not letting another person's emotional reaction control your emotional reaction. There is a powerful technique for this. I call it the ARC method. ARC, acknowledge, reiterate, close. Let's look at each step. First, acknowledge their point. This is so important. This lowers the tension, it de-escalates. It shows that you are listening to them. You can say something like, I understand your concern about the timeline. You are right, it is an aggressive timeline. Or, thank you for sharing that thought. I can see why the budget looks concerning to you. You are not agreeing with their final conclusion, but you are validating their feeling. You are showing them you hear their concern. This is a sign of strength, not weakness. Second, reiterate your core message. Reiterate means to say again in a clear way. After you acknowledge them, you calmly return to your main point. I understand your concern about the timeline. That being said, I still believe that moving quickly is our biggest advantage right now. The risk of waiting is much bigger than the risk of this fast schedule. When you reiterate, you show that your idea is strong. It is strong enough to handle a challenge. You hold your ground. Third, close the loop. You guide the conversation forward. Don't get stuck arguing back and forth. That is a waste of energy. You can say, can we agree on the main goal? Then I can work with you later on the details of the timeline. Or you can simply close by stating your position again with quiet confidence. I have heard the concerns and I have thought about them. My decision has not changed. We are moving forward. The ARC method lets you take a hit without falling over. Your calm response when things are difficult tells everyone in the room that you are a stable anchor in a storm. You are someone they can trust. Here's a funny thing about humans. When we feel our words are not working, our first instinct is to use more words. When someone challenges us, we start to over-explain. We ramble. We go on and on. We try to justify our decision with a flood of words. But the truth is the opposite. Over-explaining shows you are not secure. It tells the other person that you don't think your first statement was strong enough. Every extra word you use makes your original message weaker. It dilutes the power. Resilient, strong communication is concise. Concise means short and clear. A few heavy words have much more impact than a waterfall of light, empty words. When you are challenged, the powerful response is often to become more quiet, more centered, more brief. Imagine a leader is asked about a very difficult decision she made. Here's the weak response, over-explaining. Well, we had to make this choice because there were so many things happening and the market is changing and we had so many meetings about it. And we looked at all the information and we are really, really trying our best to do the right thing. How does this leader sound? She sounds defensive. She sounds unsure. Now, here is the strong, concise response. The leader listens to the entire question without interrupting. She pauses for a moment. The silence is powerful. Then she says, "It was a difficult decision. I made it to protect the long-term health of this company. It was the necessary choice. Full stop. She says nothing more. The silence that follows that statement has more weight than 5 minutes of rambling and explaining. The short answer shows complete ownership. It communicates finality. It communicates strength. Learning to be concise when you are under pressure requires self-control. It is a skill you can practice. Resist the feeling that you need to prove you are right by talking more. State your case clearly, answer questions briefly, and then have the confidence to be silent. Your silence will speak for you. We have talked about so much today, my friend. We covered the 3 pillars of felt communication. The pillar of intention, your why, the pillar of transmission, your how, and the pillar of resilience, your what if. This is a real framework, a real set of tools you can start using today, right now. And if this message is connecting with you, if you are feeling the importance of this change in your heart, please consider subscribing to our channel. We go this deep into communication and leadership and confidence every single week. Your subscription helps our community grow. So what happens when you make this change? When you start speaking to be felt? What is the final result? The ultimate reward? You become a voice that does not just speak, but a voice that resonates. Like a beautiful bell ringing clearly. Your voice creates echoes in people's hearts. You become a person of influence, not because you have a fancy title, but because your words carry the real, true weight of your belief. Let's go back to those sad situations from the beginning. Let's imagine them again, but this time with your new skills. The meeting room is not an empty space anymore. When you speak, people lean in. They want to hear you. They feel the passion in your voice. They see the belief in your eyes. Your idea lands in the middle of the table with a soft, heavy thud. And now the conversation is about your idea. That advice you give to a friend, it no longer bounces off because you took the time to prepare your intention. You thought about your know, feel, do. Your words wrapped in care land gently in their heart. They are received not as a lecture, but as a gift. Your friend feels understood by you, and because of that feeling of being understood, they truly think about what you said. And when you stand before your team, you are no longer just a manager giving orders. You are a leader who is the living example of a dream. They feel your belief in the mission. They feel your confidence in them. They don't follow you because they have to. They follow you because they want to. They are joining you on a journey that they now believe in. Why? Because you made them feel it was possible. This is the wonderful result. You are no longer speaking into an empty void. You are planting seeds. You are creating echoes. You are starting movements. And you feel a new confidence inside yourself. Not because you are a perfect speaker, no one is perfect, but because you are an authentic one, an honest one. You know that your words and your beliefs are aligned. They are one. This gives you a foundation that cannot be shaken. Words have so much power. They can build beautiful new worlds, or they can tear worlds down. They can inspire great courage in people, or they can fill people with fear. Every day, with every word you speak, you are making a choice. Are you just adding more noise to the world, or are you creating resonance, Are you creating a beautiful, clear sound that connects with others? The world does not need more empty words. The world does not need more speakers who just want to be heard. It needs more resonant voices, more feeling voices. It needs leaders and friends and family members whose words carry the weight of their heart, the weight of their integrity. It needs your voice, your unique, beautiful voice, filled with intention, delivered with power, and strong enough to stand in the storm. The change begins now. The very next time you speak, don't just try to be heard. Take a moment, define your intention, choose the feeling you want to give as a gift, and speak to be felt. Give your words the special weight that only you can give them. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. We have learned that our words can have weight, they can have power, they can connect us. Remember, learning to do this is a journey. It is a practice. It is not about being perfect tomorrow. It is about being a little better, a little more intentional each day. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You are learning and growing, and that is a beautiful thing. Keep practicing. Keep speaking from your heart. You have a powerful and important voice. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for listening. It means the world to me. If this episode helped you, please give it a like or leave a comment below. I read every single comment. Your stories and your thoughts give me so much energy. And please subscribe if you want more lessons like this one. Take good care of yourself, my dear friend. Keep shining your light. See you next time, my friend.